Good morning, it's Linda from Homestead by the Lake. So I am preparing for Thanksgiving tomorrow, and I thought I would bring you along and make some sausage stuffing, and then I'm also going to make some non-meat stuffing. So I thought it would be fun to just do a live. Hope you're getting ready for Thanksgiving and you're going to have a wonderful holiday. So today we are going to start. I did breadcrumbs and I put them in the oven because they were not completely dry yet. So if you cut up all your bread into little pieces and they don't get hard enough for you, you can pop them in your oven at 250 and just keep an eye on them, and they'll dry out. So let's take a look. Oh yeah, it's doing real good. I'm still a little squishy, so they're gonna stay in there. And I did some sourdough and I did some French bread. Hold on, I'm gonna go turn down that music. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is put some oil in our pans. And what you want to do is you need about a cup of celery, and I had some celery in the freezer. So I'm going to put a cup of celery in my pan, in each pan. Perfect. So now I'm going to cut up an onion and put that in. And again, about a cup. What's everybody doing for Thanksgiving? Leave me a message. Let me know your plans. I'm doing a lot of the prep today, and then we're going to go to my daughter's, and we're going to have a nice big crowd. So I'm excited. Oh, is that a commercial? Hold on. All right. So we are doing the traditional Thanksgiving meal. We are doing turkey and a ham, and we're doing sweet potatoes and mashed potatoes, and I actually cheated. I went to Costco and got an apple pie. It was a madhouse, absolute madhouse. But I didn't grab a cart. I ran in, I grabbed the apple pie, and I ran out. It was fine. So about a cup of onion in each pan. And I decided I'm going to do one stuffing with sausage and one stuffing without sausage. Not everybody likes meat in their stuffing. All right, I'm going to get that going about medium high on both of those. I've got a little bit of oil in my pan, and then I have about a cup of celery, and I'm going to have a cup of onion. And that isn't quite enough for both pans, so I'm going to do another onion. kind of like it to be big chunks. That way, if somebody doesn't like onion, they're big enough that they can just bite around it. Hold on. I'm sorry, my music keeps popping up ads. All right, we are going to saute our onions and our celery for a little bit, not too long. And I'm going to add 2 cloves of if I could talk this morning, 2 cloves of garlic in each pan as well. All right, we're gonna get that going. Save your onion skins and your ends for making veggie broth. And look, I'm out of broth. I had to buy some. I need to make some. Oh, let me grab some garlic. I'm going to do probably about 4 each pan. That sounds good. Yeah, those are a little small. We'll do 5. Who doesn't like a little garlic, right? And I'm just going to give this a little chop up. Garlic will burn pretty quick, so I'm not going to put that in yet. I'm going to hold off until this starts to saute and throw my garlic in at the end. And I took the sausage out of the freezer the other day, so that's all defrosted. And I'm using just a mild Italian sausage. You can use turkey sausage. You can use, I know some people like to use like a breakfast sausage too for that certain flavor. It's completely up to you what you want to use in your stuffing. And also, a lot of people like cornbread in their stuffing. I'm not going to do that, but you could make a cornbread and use half of the bread and half of the cornbread. Make it your own. Have fun with it.
My biggest fear is not being there for my 4-year-old grandson. In 2019,
Perfect. So, like I said, in our pans, we're starting with about a cup of onion and a cup of celery, and put a little bit of oil in your pan. We're gonna let that saute a little bit. I made a smoothie for breakfast this morning. Let's check our bread and see how that's doing. Still soft. Yeah, not quite ready yet. So I'm doing a mix of breads. I'm doing a sourdough cut up and a French bread cut up. Whoops. Hold on, that music's loud. Okay. It smells so good already, right? So, so good. Who's prepping today? Where'd you go? Sorry. I don't know where's my chat? Welcome to chat. Okay, thank you, but how do I see chat? How come it's not showing it to me? Maybe nobody's saying anything. Can somebody say hi? And see if it will pop up for me? I'm not seeing chat. I must be doing something wrong. If you're just joining in, happy Thanksgiving tomorrow. Because my celery was frozen, I am going to let that continue to cook. I really don't understand where my chat is. Hi! I'm glad you're here. We're making stuffing. Who wants to make stuffing for Turkey Day tomorrow? So I am doing two different kinds. I am doing a sausage. Let me turn this one up a little bit. Get rid of this water. And I am doing a non-meat one. Sounded like somebody was here. So in my pans, oh, I need to move this out of the way. Okay, in my pans, I have a little bit of oil to cover the bottom of my pan. And then each pan is going to, one's going to have sausage and the other one's not going to have sausage. So in my pans, I have 1 cup each of onion and celery so far. And a little bit of oil, just to saute it to get it going. This one's a little bit further ahead, so now I'm going to add my garlic. And just let the garlic saute for a few minutes. Was that a skin? That was a skin. Oh, smells so good. So good. All right, I'm going to add my chopped garlic into my other pan and give that a few minutes to saute. So now I am going to get my sausage ready. And this is just 1 pound of ground Italian sausage. I think it's a pound. Yeah, 1 pound. And you can use whatever sausage you want to use. I I almost did a turkey sausage. I really wanted to do that, but I wasn't sure if everybody would like the turkey sausage. So, okay, I'm gonna turn that down. Turn that down. And I'm going to add my turkey sausage to one pan. Can you see? And we're just going to let this sausage cook and brown up. All right, I'm going to turn this one right down to low. Once that sausage is done, then we will add our spices. But because this one is not going to have sausage, I'm going to add my spices. And what we're going to add is some poultry seasoning. And I'm going to add probably about, I would say a tablespoon, a good tablespoon of poultry seasoning. Let that get going in your pan. I'm going to ground some pepper in here. And I'm going to put in some Himalayan salt. And you want to make sure that your sausage is cooked. And brown it up a little bit because that always gives it some nice flavor. My spoon isn't breaking up my sausage too well, so we'll use a fork. Much better. This is going to come out really nice. Who's prepping today? Is anybody prepping for tomorrow? Okay. We have some people in here. Can somebody say hi? Because I'm not seeing chat. And I don't know how to turn that on. Huh. I'm not seeing chat. I don't know how that works. Okay. So if you are just joining us, we are making our, we're prepping our stuffing for Thanksgiving tomorrow. So we are making a sausage one and a plain one. For those that do not like meat in their stuffing. Chop up your sausage as much as you like it. I really don't want big chunks in my stuffing, so I'm really going to try and break this up as much as possible. Okay, while that's going, I am going to heat up a stick of butter. Well, it'll be 2 sticks of butter, 1 for each pan. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, well, we don't need 8 tablespoons. You know, I think I'm gonna do 6 tablespoons. I think that's probably plenty. And I am using unsalted butter. Let me get my thing to melt that in. Let's start to melt that one. We'll do 30 seconds and see how that goes. Okay, my sausage is about done, so now I'm going to add my spices to my sausage one. And I'm going to add poultry seasoning, about a teaspoon. Because I want to give that a minute to get in, to get the flavor in there. I'll give that a minute. And I'm also going to add some pink Himalayan salt. Not a lot. You can always add salt at the end when I do a taste test. And I'm going to add some pepper. Let's check our stuffing, or our bread looks okay. Here we go. This is looking good. Whoops! Don't let your sausage go flying. Maddie's here. She'll get it. Actually, I think it was an onion. She won't get that one. All right, let's check our butter. Not yet, another 30 seconds. So now I need a big bowl. That is melted. So you want to melt about, I did 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter. This sausage is just about done. This looks beautiful. All right, I'm going to turn that down now while I get my first one done. So what I'm going to do is add my bread. And let's see. How much bread do you use? I'm going to use this size pan for the one without the sausage. So this is a, what size is this? I can't see the size. Yeah, I can't see the size. This is probably, I don't know, what do you think? So what I'm gonna do is first I'm going to mix it all with my breadcrumbs in my bowl. And what I want to do is mix some sourdough. Oh, this is ready. Wonderful. Let me turn down my sausage. I'm actually going to turn it off. Turn that one off. So this is sourdough. I'm going to put that in. And that's probably that's probably 2 cups. So now I want to add some French bread. And this was just a, what are those long skinny loaves called? A baguette. So I'm going to throw some baguette in here. So that's a French bread. Perfect. Now I can always add more if I need more, but this is my pan, or this is my bowl. See how big that is? So now I'm going to add this mixture in. And I'm putting it in the big bowl so I can stir it well and mix it well. That's what I want. Now I'm going to take my pan and I want to spray my pan some. I'm going to spray it with just a little bit of oil. And I'm going to add that in to my pan. And if I have more room, then I will add more breadcrumb. Maddie's coming over. I must be throwing some stuff on the floor. I don't know. Yeah, I think I will add a little bit more. Let me get rid of this pan. Excuse my big mess back there. But we're prepping for Turkey Day. It's gonna be messy. And this is the dilemma in a small kitchen. I never have enough room, never have enough room. So here's my stuffing. I'm going to add some more. Right to the top, because I have room in my bowl. Perfect. And then I'm going to add some sourdough to the top as well. Whoops, don't drop it. Maddie, don't eat that, that's hot. So now I'm going to take my melted butter, which is 6 tablespoons, and I'm gonna pour this over. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So now I'm going to melt my second 6 tablespoons for my sausage stuffing. Ooh, if you could smell. Ooh, if you could smell. So I am going to add some pepper to the top. The thing with salt is if somebody wants more salt on their stuffing, they can add it when they're eating it, right? I don't want to make the mistake of adding too much salt because I don't know how to undo that, right? So I'm going to sprinkle in just a little bit more poultry seasoning on the top because I added more bread to the top. So I don't want that bread to not be seasoned. So now, don't judge me, I had to buy some. Oh, I was out, I need to make some broth. So now we are going to pour some broth on the top. And you probably only need, I would say, a cup to a cup and a half for what size dish you're doing it in. And I think that's good. Here's our first stuffing prep. Oh, good. There's the chat. Thank you for saying something because I didn't know if I was just not seeing chat. Thank you. Oh, and of course it's a bot. It's a spam. Somebody being disgusting. Move on. So this is our first non-meat stuffing. So who's ready to make our sausage one? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a cover on this, and this is going to go in the oven for 40 minutes. I need to turn my oven up to 350. Okay, so I'm going to bake this at 350 for 40 minutes. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover it with aluminum foil for the first half hour or so. And then I will uncover it for the rest of the time so it can brown. And we have our first dish ready for Thanksgiving tomorrow. All right, now we are going to make our sausage one. And here's our sausage, our celery, our onions, our garlic. and some seasoning. We did poultry seasoning, some Himalayan salt, and some pepper. Actually, I'm going to get some of that roux. Did this pan cool off? Not quite. I'm going to throw a smidgen of broth in here. And I want that in my, hold on. Let me pour this in. I'm going to turn this on because I want to get that into my stuffing. So here's our sourdough first. We're going to mix that all in with our stuffing. And now we're going to add the baguette. And this is just a French baguette that I got early and let it get stale. You know, have you looked at the bags of stuffing mix? Did you ever look at the ingredients? Don't do it. Make your own. When you watch this, it's so simple, isn't it? You can make your own stuffing. And so much healthier for you. You could make your own bread. You know what celery and onion you're using, and what spices you want to use. It's just so much healthier for you. Okay, now for this one, I don't think that one's big enough. I had a round one over there with a lid, but I don't think it's big enough. This one is a 13 by a 9 by 13 one. I'm going to use this one instead of that one. There we go. Yeah, did you see this in the pan? I really wanted this in for that flavor. So that's done. I will pour that in when we get there. Here's my pan, and I am going to spray it. Have you seen these? I love this thing. All right, now we are going to pour our sausage dressing in here. I'm glad I didn't do that other pan because I do not think it would have fit. Make sure you get all the good stuff out of here. This is pretty full. I've got a little space, which I don't think you can't have enough stuffing. Everybody wants to bring some home, right? So we will fill it up. I have the perfect amount of bread. So what I did was I had 2 loaves of baguettes. And I cut that up. And then I had 1 round sourdough bread. And I cut that up. And look at that. That's perfect for 2 different kinds. Let's see, is my butter done? Yeah. All right, so pour your butter in. There's a little bit that didn't melt, but that's okay. I am going to add some more poultry seasoning to the top, just for extra added flavor. Oh, who's so excited for tomorrow's dinner? I'm excited. I think turkey dinner, Thanksgiving dinner, is the best dinner with all the food. And then why is it we only do it once a year? I don't know why. We should do this throughout the year because it's the best. Okay, now I'm going to add the flavoring from this pan because that's going to be really good. All right, now I'm going to add my low sodium chicken broth, and again, probably about, this one's actually bigger, so well, I'll definitely do a 1.5 cups. Look at that. My oven is preheated. Oh, I don't like that piece. My oven is preheated to 350. And we are going to cover it and bake it for 40 minutes. But the first 20 minutes or so will be covered. And then the last 20 minutes will be uncovered so the top can brown. And we have our sausage stuffing and our plain stuffing all prepped for tomorrow. So tomorrow all I have to do is heat it up. And it goes. There we go. That was such a simple way to make your stuffing for Thanksgiving, wasn't it? I hope that you make your own stuffing. This is Linda from Homestead by the Lake. Thanks so much for joining me. Oh, and I forgot to say happy Thanksgiving. I hope you and your family have a really good dinner together and enjoy some special times.